Whoa, this is cinematic. You've got the bones of a sharp, emotionally charged corporate revenge thriller here, and it's tight. Before diving into the next rewrite or edits, quick feedback on what makes this pop: pacing. The rhythm is excellent. Short, punchy sentences pull the reader along, especially when emotions spike. Voice. Sarah's internal narration is smart, sharp, and just the right level of restrained. She's not ranting, she's calculating. Structure. The build-up is steady and satisfying. Hearing the betrayal, planning the response, and then letting the dominoes fall. So, what's the move now? Are you thinking of turning this into a short story, a novella, a screenplay? Want help with the rewrite you mentioned at the end, the next rewrite? Or are you looking to add a twist? Maybe explore what happens after that board meeting. 13:30. My phone rang again. 13:32. Jeremy Quinn, acting CFO at Magnus. Numbers man, less ego, more desperation. Sarah, he said, skipping the pleasantries. Listen, I won't waste your time. We're bleeding money. That East Coast contractee from last quarter? It's on the edge. They were expecting deliverables. Instead, they got a broken interface that can't even pull cost forecasts. I stayed silent. 14:02. He kept going. We're facing breach of contract fines if this doesn't get resolved. Legal is already involved. And Dean, he sighed. Dean's not handling it well. I almost said good, but bit my tongue. I heard you might still have access to the missing components, he said, choosing his words carefully. If you're willing to come in, even briefly, there's compensation on the table. I glanced at the glass of wine I hadn't touched the night before. Thought about the 2 a.m. nights, the silent humiliation of being let go so Dean's girlfriend could play CEO in training. I'd consider a licensing agreement, I replied, but it goes through my legal counsel. I don't freelance for free anymore. A pause. Then, understood. Please send us your terms. With my lawyer, we drafted the proposal. Market rate, back pay for completed work, and one bold addition, an attribution clause. Any future use of the module must list Carter Technologies as the original developer. My name would not be erased. That afternoon, the board met behind closed doors. Dean wasn't invited. Word slipped out. Eleanor Riggs had requested an audit into recent executive decisions. That evening, I received one last message. Sarah, I messed up. Please, let's talk. Dean. I stared at it, then deleted it. He had his chance. By week's end, Magnus Freight had gone from quietly chaotic to publicly explosive. Langford Logistics, one of their biggest clients, demanded a call. No excuses, no apologies. They wanted a demo. And they wanted to speak to the original architect of the pricing model. When that email hit the Magnus boardroom, it landed like a thunderclap. Dean tried to bluff, claimed the system was being optimized. Langford wasn't buying it. They'd already seen the gaps. Broken logic loops, zeroed data points, entire freight categories missing. Instead of efficiency, Magnus had delivered misquotes and misfires. That afternoon, I got a message from Langford's CTO, Monica Greer. We've been informed you're the original creator. Would you be open to a private consultation? We need to understand what went wrong and how to fix it. This wasn't about revenge anymore. This was about reputation. I said yes. We met virtually the next morning. Monica was sharp, direct. Tell me honestly, she asked, minutes in. Is the system fixable without you? I didn't hesitate. Not without rebuilding major components. And what's left is fragile. She nodded. That's what I suspected. And the source code? I own it, built on my time, on my equipment. It's all documented. I'll license the tool, but I won't give it away. She smiled faintly. Good. We're not looking for free. We're looking for functional. Later that day, Langford delivered an ultimatum to Magnus. 2-week grace period. Only if I was brought in to lead. Completion. If not, the contract was terminated, publicly. That evening, Eleanor Riggs called me. No assistant. "Miss Carter," she began. Her tone was cold, careful. "I'd like to formally apologize on behalf of the board." I waited. "You were let go under circumstances that appear to have been politically motivated, strategically, reckless. We're reviewing those decisions. In the meantime, the board accepts your licensing terms. Additionally, we'd like to offer you a transitional leadership role." "Leadership?" "Yes. Langford specifically requested your oversight. The board agrees. Director of Predictive Systems, reporting directly to the Executive Committee. No involvement. From Dean West." Tempting, but I wasn't walking in blind. "I want full creative control," I said. "My own team. My own calendar. Attribution stays. And Dean's gone. Or I walk." A long pause. Then, "Understood." 2 days later, it was official. Magnus welcomed me back, publicly, to oversee Phase 2 of the model. But behind closed doors, the board launched an investigation. Audit trails revealed it all. Overdrawn budgets, misused funds, emails showing Dean had promised my job to his girlfriend before I was let go. One email hit hardest. "Just let her finish the algorithm. We'll flip her out after. Laya can shadow. She'll pick it up." Arrogant. And now, unraveling. Dean stopped coming in. HR began interviews. And I walked back into Magnus, head high, laptop in hand, name on the door. Some nodded. Some whispered, "Good luck." But it wasn't luck now, it was justice. My first week was brutal, not just fixing code, but excavating it. Rushed patches, overwritten functions, renamed variables. Dean and Laya hadn't just sidelined me. They tried to erase me. No redundancies, no documentation. Worst of all, someone had tampered with logs to make it look like Laya had written parts of the model. But code doesn't lie. It has fingerprints, rhythm, style. And mine were everywhere. Then came Miguel, senior dev. Quiet. He closed the office door and said, "You need to know something. Dean told us not to talk to you. Said you were toxic, that you'd stolen proprietary work." I tensed, but he continued. "I didn't believe it. But I was scared. I have a kid, a mortgage. Dean made people disappear." He pulled a USB from his pocket. "I kept backups, from before they touched your code. Every comment has your name." I stared at it like a loaded weapon, because that's what it was. Eleanor called an emergency board meeting. The audit had uncovered even more. Falsified reports, fake training expenses, phantom interns. And Dean? He had lied to the board about the model's readiness. 5:14 p.m., an all-staff email. Subject, leadership transition. Effective immediately, Dean West is no longer with the company. Corporate speak. But I was told the board used harsher terms. Gross negligence, abuse of power, breach of trust. His father, the CEO, tried to shield him. But the evidence was overwhelming. Dean was escorted out. And Laya quietly disappeared. No email, no goodbye. I should have felt victorious. In some ways, I did. But the moment that really hit me came quietly. Late one night, alone in my office, I hit run on the refactored model. The dashboard lit up, clean, accurate, beautiful. My logic. I leaned back and felt something shift, not triumph, peace, not because I'd proven them wrong, because I'd proven myself right. The next morning, I delivered the final model to Eleanor. "This is brilliant," she said. "Langford's going to double their order." "I'm glad," I said, "but after this quarter, I'm stepping down." She looked up surprised. "May I ask why?" "Because I've done what I came to do. I fixed what was broken, and now it's time to build something new." On my terms. She nodded. And what will that be? I'm launching my own firm, I said. Carter Systems, consulting, system design, mentorship. There are so many people out there like me, underestimated, overlooked. I want to help them rise. 2 weeks later, I walked out of Magnus for the last time. No cardboard box, no HR escort, just the sound of my heels on the tile and the weight of closure in my shoulders. Outside, the sun was warm. My phone buzzed with notifications. Congratulations. Press inquiries, new clients. At the top of the list, a message from Monica Greer. Langford wants you as our lead systems advisor. Let's build the future. I smiled. They thought they deleted me. But I wasn't a line of code in their system. I was the architect of my own. And I had just gone live.